Are you saying it like increases your sense of mortality? Is that what you mean?
Yeah.
Increases. Okay. Right.
Your sense, your sensitivity to it,
Right.
reaction
Yeah,
to
I
it.
think so. Yeah.
And I think, hopefully, I think that this holds is that at some point in a person's life, you just kind of, you accept that you won't be able to do everything that you intended to do, and you kind of become more realistic with the fact that time moves so fucking fast and scary fast and faster as you get older, and you eventually just accept that, and then hopefully you've done enough that you don't have a half or midlife crisis or whatever, and like fuck up the last half of your life or something. But yeah, hopefully you've done enough in that span of time within your 50 years, your first 50 years, that you're somewhat happy with what you've produced as a human being, and it doesn't give you that sense of like, I haven't done enough, and now I'm fearful of death because I haven't done enough. Like that's,
I think that's like, for me, that's one like soothing notion, is that because I experience it now, like in a way, like I think that the classic midlife crisis is that you haven't done enough, so you get hit with it so fast.
yeah.
Whereas because I'm already kind of having these questions and being hit with it now, in a way, it's soothing to know that I think that just means that I am doing my best now to increase my effort and my connections to, instead of waiting.
So you think that's what drives the midlife crisis, is the realization, hey, I have no time left, and I haven't done shit all with my life, and this was and is my only shot, and I fucked up. Like, is that what because that's kind of been my working theory.
As of right now, I like, through this discussion, I think it is, which is why, like, for me, I question the not the negativity, but I guess the taboo of younger people thinking about mortality. Because again, I think for most people, if you talk to someone who's older than you by a decade or more, they will, and you even consider mortality, they will inevitably usually say, well, you're still so young, you have so much time. And you know, time is all relative.
Yeah, they really
in a sense.
brush it off though, right?
And I think, and for me, if you think of it as a coping mechanism to avoid, say, that midlife crisis moment, then it shouldn't be so dismissed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree.
I wonder about this definition of midlife crisis, or the onset of the midlife crisis. Is it due to looking back and being disappointed with that you haven't done enough, or does it being disappointed with the fact that maybe you didn't try as hard as you could have,
made the wrong decisions or something like that? I think there's a lot of reasons, but I think one of the most normal ones, the most common, would be because someone feels unfulfilled with what they've done with their choices.
Whether in the past or up to this point.
Yeah.
Is it achievement, like, or lack of achievement, or is it lack of attempt?
It could be. I think it's personal based. Like, it could be like, I didn't fuck enough chicks or something. Like, it could be something as vapid as that.
Sure.
It could be I didn't ever become a doctor, and I always wanted to be a doctor or something like that. There could be a lot of reasons for it.
You're so safe. You're so safe with your money that you've never enjoyed yourself.
Yeah.
Right. I guess I'm just trying to. I'm thinking, like, you can be very. You can be very fulfilled after trying and failing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I tried to become a Navy SEAL or something, and I worked my hardest. I didn't succeed, but I tried, or whatever. There's closure to that. Whereas if you just sat on your ass and maybe had a lot of money, you weren't incentivized to try very hard.
Yeah, that's a really good point.
Then you look back and you're like, oh, well, I didn't do anything.
Yeah.
But you're more upset maybe that you didn't you just never try.
Yeah, it's way more important to try and fail than to just not try out of fear of failure, because then you'll be left with all kinds of regrets, because that, like death, is the fear of the unknown, the fear of what if and kind of thing, which I think are all kind of connected. Nobody really knows what's going to happen when you die. So there's like a lot of anxiety towards it, right? And so it's the same thing, like if someone's like, oh yeah, I really want to learn the guitar or something, they never pick it up because they're worried that, they'll suck at it, which obviously you're going to suck at it. You just fucking learned the thing. Get over it. Like, there's practice required. Not everyone's Beethoven in this shit. But anyways, I think that like it does leave you kind of with these fears of the unknown. Like, what if I fail? What if I don't do it? And then people will just not act on things, not live in the moment, not practice, not do whatever it is.
Yeah.
So so clearly at there is some part of us who, which again is a very interesting thing to note for myself. I would like to hear other people's stance on it is, but I think it's interesting to note that all of us have thought about this and think about it seemingly regularly, depending on, whether that's once a week, once a month, once a day, once a year.
It's weird because people don't really speak about it that often, though. Like, considering that we're all
going to die.
We all thought about it. Yeah, we all actively think about it. We're all going to do it. Yeah, why don't we talk about it all the time? Is it because it's too scary?
I think it's this. I think it's the notion that that we all either see on TV, see on movies, that it's just so dismissed if you do, because and I think that you can only really talk about it to people who are of your age.